Hey everyone, happy record store day. Just hanging out in my car. I have my number. This is before I go into the shop. So my shop hands out numbers. This time I got number 8. I got up at like 2:30 this morning, so I'm very tired filming this, but what's interesting is my shop gives out swag bags. So I thought I'd just go through and take a look at what came this time. So every year Record Store Day does a poster. Well, this is the 2025 poster. That's fine. I don't think there was 2026 poster, so I'll give this to a friend. But I do like the posters every year. But I'm just seeing what also else is in here. I know there's a couple of records, but there's some koozies and stuff in here. So let me take a look at what came in here. So there's a Monster Energy sticker, and then a couple of stickers for the local radio station and a koozie for the record shop I go to. And then also, it does look like there are a couple of records in here. Yes, there are. There's a couple of other things as well. Ooh, Audio Technica. These matches, yeah, Audio Technica matches. You never see those. And then, there's a venue here called the Norva. Looks like there's something for that. And let's see. Oh, there's even more. So there's that sticker. Oh, a temporary tattoo. And then another Record Store Day. So let me see here. So there are two. So there is Just a Man, Brez Hammond. I'll have to look at this a little bit later. And then Dead Prez. So I'll have to look at both of these and see what they are all about. But I'm going to cut for now, and I'm going to go get in line and get ready to go shop. Join the pirate crew. Like, subscribe, and ring the ship's bell to be notified when the captain posts new content. Hey everyone, it's been a few hours now. I'm back home. Had a semi-successful Record Store Day just in general. I have a couple of other things to show you. I know it was a little bit of a further angle earlier out, so I did want to show you some of the previews again, so I have a little bit easier of a time to show it here. So it was a Record Store Day 2025 Post Malone official seal. I don't know if I got that last year or not. The sticker is, I cannot read this, Lucro Sucio. So there's a sticker from that. Again, I showed this earlier, but I want to be brief again. This was the free stuff. These are actual matches. So that is cool. When I got my Abby Jean record from back when I was doing some stuff on the forums that I was on, I got some Abby Jean matches. Just a couple of stickers from the local news station, radio station, an Audio Technica temporary tattoo, Monster sticker, and local upcoming shows to one of the venues here. Nice little koozie in here. And I got the Record Store Day poster from last year, so I didn't want to show that because it already showed it off in the last video. So I did grab for myself, and then also a friend of mine, a close friend of the channel, Marichen, she was out. We were texting in line most of the time. And she was looking for a couple of records, so her stores got allocated, much like my store got allocated on things. So I got her a couple of things, but I wanted to show very briefly, since it was recently my birthday, she did get me something really cool for my birthday. I just wanted to show that off here real quick before we continued on. I collect Disney pins, and she gave me this very cool custom Disney pin. So this is, if it'll actually cooperate here. Are you not going to cooperate? Okay, I'll just have to deal with that. It is Powerline Max from a Goofy movie on the Disney Skyliner. If you're not familiar, the Disney Skyliner is a mode of transportation down in Disney World. And here's all the information on the back. This is Daydreaming Pins. on Instagram. There we go. It shows up a little better on that. So, before I show everything, there's a lot of stuff to show. It's in this big box here. So I'll show the two that I grabbed from my friend Marichen, and then I'll show proper what I got. You saw it earlier. We'll show the 2 free records that I got, so it's a little closer here. But this was probably the number one that I thought she would ask for, and I'm glad I was able to get this for her. Mama Cass from Mamas and the Papas. So this says it's debut studio album from Cass Elliot. Featured the hit single Dream a Little Dream of Me and California Earthquake. Guest artists are Harvey Brooks, James Burton, Cyrus Fryer, Jim Gordon, John Sebastian, John Simon, Stephen Stills, and more. It includes John Sebastian's Darling to Be Home Soon and Joni Mitchell's Sisto Bell Lane, which are both recorded but ultimately not included on the album. It's limited edition opaque. I'm not going to open this. This is for her to open. But I just wanted to show off for anybody that's looking for information on the Mama Cass. This is on Geffen Records. So if anybody was looking for any information on the Mama Cass, there you go. The other one that she had wanted was this one I knew she wanted. This is the For the Roses Joni Mitchell release. So this is on Asylum. So Joni's first album from 1972, featuring Joni's artwork originally intended for the cover but rejected by the label. Unlimited rose-colored wax. If you want to take a look at the track listing, there you go. But again, it's on Asylum Records. So with that out of the way, now I can actually show all the records I got. So at the shop I was at, they gave away for, I think, the first group of people, they gave away goodie bags with some just random records. So this is the first one, Dead Prez. This is a hip-hop album, rap album, revolutionary but gangsta. I'm not going to try to pronounce anything, but it's on opaque red vinyl. This was a Black Friday release. And then Just a Man by Perez Hammond. So I will have to dig a little bit deeper into those to see if that's something I want to open. And we'll go from there. So now I'm actually going to move a couple of things off camera here. There was one prevailing album that I wanted on my wanted list. And if you follow the channel, the video that is actually going to talk about this should be coming after, if I remember correctly. So you're not going to see the cut that I talk about with this video, but I wanted to show this. I do have this on the reissue, but this is limited edition Red Smoke vinyl. This has the original album and the Summer Tick EP. So this is Paramore's All We Know Is Falling. Now, this album is very important to me. I love this album so very much. This album got me through quite a bit of hardships. If you want to look at here's the track listing here. But what's interesting about this is that O Star and The Circle have actually been released before on a version of this album, but not the Stuck on You and the Emergency Crab Mix. So the Summer Tick EP was an EP that the band self-put out just after this had come out, and it includes a cover of Stuck on You by Failure. So I'm guessing that's why it took so long, is the licensing on this. And everybody's curious to what the gatefold is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the picture sleeve that you're used to seeing with the original album. So we'll check that out when we actually get to the unboxing portion of this. If not, I may actually do a separate unboxing video for each of these, because I think we really should actually do I really think we should do maybe an album a video. I'm not sure. If you happen to see any follow-up videos, we'll go off of that. So the next one was my number 2 on my list. And it wasn't going to become my number 2 until I actually saw the video of this. So this was a live recorded concert in 2001. I was reading some things online. I misheard some things, but this was, as soon as I heard it, I needed to see it. I've seen these guys in the original, semi-original lineup. Not the original lineup, but a close enough lineup that I was really excited for this. This is a complete concert from the Shangri-La-Di-Da tour. This is Stone Temple Pilots live at Rolling Rock 2001. This is a 2 LP set, so it has the original lineup of Scott Weiland, Robert DeLeo, Dean DeLeo, and Eric Kritz. And I just got a text message there, so sorry if that came through. But there you go. Pressed on Canary Yellow. So I'm very excited about this. The audio quality on this is probably going to be awesome. The concert's awesome on here, and it goes through a whole bunch there. There it is, Dead and Bloated. Yeah, I thought that might have not been on the concert video itself, but yeah, very happy to have that. The last two I'm going to show here are ones that were on the day decisions. And what I mean by that is I wanted to get Look Outside Your Window, which is the kind of offshoot Slipknot album. That ended up not happening because my store didn't get it. This is the first time I think ever that I've not gotten anything, but this is why I always have backups. I've never had to go to the backups, but I did. And then I initially wanted the Van Halen, but I kind of talked myself out of it after really thinking about it. But the first one, and I've been hearing so much about this, and I've been listening to this actually myself, is Little Feat's Self-Titled. And again, I'll go deeper. I'll make individual videos more than likely for each one of these. But this is Little Feat's 2LP Deluxe edition of the 1971 debut. Includes the all-analog cut from the original master tapes and a bonus disc of previously unreleased and rare outtakes and alternative versions from the recording sessions. So this is 1970s rock. Those people who have followed my channel for any length of time know I love 70s rock. That's one of my niches. It's very cool. And then there was also a Little Feat adjacent, what was called Rock and Roll Doctor, that I thought was really cool. But it ended up skipping on that. And the last one I decided to pick up was, this was just an impulse just because of, I missed the Stone Temple Pilots Purple, and I was like, okay, I need to really put more of this particular artist in my collection, and I bought the other Stone Temple Pilots adjacent, the Scott Weiland Live. This is first ever live album featuring unreleased recordings, includes collectible tour laminate and limited edition blue vinyl. So, unfortunately, I do not know the sound quality on these, but this does include, I think, a couple of Velvet Revolver tracks, and there's definitely a couple of Stone Temple Pilot tracks on there too. So, some good coverage, and just lately I've been listening to a lot more Stone Temple Pilots, mainly because I'm going to be seeing them, but I've just been kind of thinking about Scott Weiland a little bit more too. He kind of these guys get lumped together with the Seattle music scene, and sound-wise they're not really, but yeah, totally glad to have picked that up as well. Thank you so much for checking out this Record Store Day video. I hope you had a wonderful day, time whenever you're watching this. Let me know down in the comments below if you actually did go to Record Store Day. And if you did, I'd love to hear what you got. If you didn't go to Record Store Day or didn't really get anything, what have you been listening to? I'd love to hear that as well. Coming up on the channel, we are continuing my Women in Music series. So keep an eye out for that, and then I will do individual videos as time goes along, so then that way I can really deep dive and tell you about the sound quality and everything on there. So, as I say at the end of everything, at least that I create, when the waters get rough, keep on sailing. Take care.